guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me using all extremely high-end products. These are going to be some of my most expensive. We've got Hourglass, YSL, Dior, Marc Jacobs, just some more pricey stuff in my collection. So let's go ahead and first get started. I'm going to use the YSL Forever Light Creator CC Primer. It's a color correcting primer and it has sunscreen in it, and this is in the shade Rose. I have a little sample. So color correcting, but it's also rose. So hopefully it works for my warm skin tone skin. Doesn't make me look too pinky or something. I feel like, why is it that high-end stuff is so heavily scented? Like, fragranced. This has like a flowery smell to it. I don't mind it, but if you have a sensitivity to smell, I don't think you'll appreciate how heavily scented this primer is. It's not as smooth as I was thinking it would be. It makes my face look really white. Now it is color correcting, so perhaps in a minute it'll like sink in, but that's the first time I've used that. So for foundation, I had 4 to choose from. And I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have the Dior Forever, and I have Guerlain Lingerie de Peau, and I don't know which one I want. This one's Lingerie de Peau too, in case you're wondering why I said 4. Oh, also I had the Hourglass primer to choose from instead of that YSL one, but I don't know. I guess I was in the mood for this one. I'm gonna try the Lingerie de Peau, and it's in the shade 02 Beige Clair, which may be too light for me, and I don't know if this is enough coverage for me, but I'm gonna try it. I'm not against purchasing a high-end foundation like this. I mean, I have owned the Armani Luminous Silk and stuff before, and I like them. It's just I found drugstore ones I like almost as much. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit light, but we'll make it work. Again, this is also heavily fragranced. I can smell it. I hate the coverage. I think it's okay. And actually, a little bit went a long way. So if it's really expensive, that kind of sucks. But at least if it covers decently, that's good. Now I'm using the YSL Radiant Touch, the Touche Éclat pen thing in 2.5. This is more like a highlighter than a concealer, but I'm going to take my foundation brush and just go under my eyes just to make sure I got a little bit extra coverage there. I believe the shade 2.5 is called Vanilla. So it's going to have a little bit of a yellow undertone. And I'm just using my foundation brush so as to merge and blend the two colors together, and I'm just kind of pushing it in. I'm not swiping. Contour, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Mirage Filter Instamark. This is number 40, and it is a duo with a contour color and an under eye setting powder. So I'm actually going to use that under eye setting powder under my eyes a little bit here. It's a yellowish shade of powder, so it's supposed to be brightening. I use the Cool Tone color, which obviously I use very frequently. I think it works. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Powder Bronzer in medium. And this is just a medium shaded, like kind of shimmery, but not that shimmery bronzer. This is a Real Techniques contour brush. I'm using that on the hairline because this foundation is a bit too light for me, so I feel like if I bronze up the perimeter of my face, it looks like I'm highlighted and contoured and bronzed, and it doesn't look so bad. So I'm making it work. So far we've used YSL, Guerlain, Estee Lauder, Marc Jacobs. Now we're going to use Dior. This is a Dior blush in Rosy Glow. It is Healthy Glow Awakening Blush 001 Petal. And it is basically a self-adjusting pink blush that is supposed to adjust your pH and your skin. I don't know. So when you look at it in the pan, it's like neon blue tone pink, so kind of intimidating, but when you apply it, it's supposed to like know what you need and then naturally change into that. So it is a healthy glow. I think it looks really pretty as is, so if it changes, we'll see how I like it then. Because my lips feel dry, this is the Bobbi Brown lip color in Sandwash Pink. It's a nudie pink lipstick. I had like a Givenchy lipstick and Dior and YSL and stuff, but I just wanted to, I like this color better. My Givenchy is like an orange red, and I'm singing at church today. I didn't think that was appropriate. This is Dior Addict Ultra Gloss, and it is in the shade 765 Ultra Dior. A little bit of pink gloss on top of that. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. And there are 3 shades in this. I'm going to go in with the center shade on the Real Techniques brush, and that is going to be my highlighter. And I'm going to use the darkest shade of the 3 to set my entire face. This is just a clean, big, fluffy brush. This is the Tapered Face brush by Jessup, but the darkest shade of the 3 isn't that light. It just gives your whole face like a nice glow. So I'm going to be using just that color. It will give you a glow though, so if you don't want, if you have oily skin, you might look oily, like really oily, by the end of the day if you use that powder. Then I am using the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Taupe as like an eye base. So pretty much all of these so far have been available products at like a department store, like a high-end retailer. Next I'm going to be using some Makeup Forever, and I don't know if that's available anywhere but Sephora and makeupforever.com, but you can let me know if I'm wrong. Oh yes, brows. For brows I'm using the Elizabeth Arden Jewel Perfection Brow Shaper and Eyeliner. This is in the shade Natural Black. I actually did not purchase this. This was somebody else's, and I got it. So I'm going to try Natural Black with a very light hand on the Real Techniques. I don't know what this one is called. Oh, Brow Brush. Real Techniques Brow Brush. I'm just going to take the slightest bit of product, and on an angled brush, I'm just sweeping it through. I'm being very careful because I tend to do my brows a lot lighter than what matches my hair color, so black is actually even darker than my hair color. What I think helps it is that the ends of my hair are a little bit more like ombre, not intentionally, but that's just kind of how it is. My roots are dark, 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 and the ends of my hair are more brown, lighter, reddish brown. So I think that because my hair is up and the ends that are lighter are behind me, maybe black works. What do you guys think? Black? I think it looks okay. Alright, for my brow bone shade, I'm going to be using this Lancome powder. I don't know what the name of the shade is, but it's basically a slightly shimmery white color. Not really that shimmery, but I'm just going to use a pencil brush and put that right under the brow bone. And then a little bit on the inner corner of the eye. So I've already got down that kind of taupey tan shade as an all-over eye base. So that's kind of peeking out behind that white, like a transition shade. So I'm going to use Makeup Forever Artist Eyeshadow in the shade I-524, which is a basically like a nude shade with a little bit of shimmer right on the lid. It's got I is the name of the shade, I-524, so that's iridescent finish. I love that Makeup Forever kind of tries to make it foolproof, where they name their shades M something something, which means matte, and I something something, which means iridescent. Diamond DME for metallic. So that's really nice, because they could have like not done that like every other brand, and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. If you buy it online or something, you know what you're getting with Makeup Forever, so that's good. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit crazy. I'm going to be using I-218, this royal blue color, on a stiff brush. I don't know how pigmented this is, but we're going to try it. Right on the outer V. Just using a fluffy blending brush. And I'm not trying to remove the blue, I'm just trying to make it a little bit more wearable. Using a little bit more of that lid shade that I used, the Makeup Forever one, and then this lid shade here, and this one. These are Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadows, also in Milk Tea and Speculous, M536 and M660. And that's going to help me blend out the edges just a little bit. Okay, so it's still blue, but it isn't like before. I almost used the YSL or the Lancome, but I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Skyliner Highliner Gel Crayon in the shade, I don't know, it's a black one. I think it's like blacker. So I'm just going to do a thin line up here. And then I'm going to use the liner brush, the brow brush that I used, and I'm going on top of that with the Estee Lauder Blue eyeshadow, the one that I mentioned. And this brush also has the black brow product on it, so it's not super blue, it's just kind of a mixture of blue-black. And that just makes this eye look way more fun, I think. I still used a black liner, so it still grounds the look, but because I'm using blue, it just kind of makes it a little bit more playful. And then this is the Dior Iconic Overcurl mascara in black. I'm leaving the lower lash line bare, and that's part of how I'm making the blue more wearable, is I have it a little bit of blue in the morning. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what some of your favorite drugstore products are, but also your favorite high-end luxury products, because some of them are worth the money and some they're just okay. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.